In the 1990s, there was an article that came out in Fast Company magazine called Change or Die. And it was a group of cardiologists that had studied patients that were told if they didn't change their behaviors, diet and exercise, they were in fact going to die. And what was really surprising to them was that a large portion of those patients did not change their behavior. So the fear of death was not a motivating catalyst for change. But the small percentage that did change their behavior had two characteristics in common. The first, they had something inspiring and compelling that they wanted to live for. It wasn't about fear of dying. It was, I want to live for this. I want to walk my daughter down the aisle. I want to see my grandkids grow up. It was a personal, emotional, and social desire to live in the future. Coming back to that one. The second thing they had in common was they were in community with someone or a group of people that they knew they were in it with them, that they were being nurtured, and that they needed to live for. And so as you're making growth changes in your life, we're doing it through that inspired, what do I want in my life? Not, as I said, looking back and saying, oh, that sucked. Maybe it did suck, but you learned something from it. And now let's look at, where are we going? What do we want in our lives? This inspired, joyful story of what you want to live for. This is also true with the people in your lives, the people that you love, the people that you work with, your family, your friends, your colleagues. And so when we're leading, whether it's at home or at work, we want to lead through the lens of being able to articulate for people what's in the future. What are we living for? I did a study, a survey, if you will. I sent out a survey on LinkedIn when I was writing my book. And I asked 200 professionals, men and women, to describe a thriving life. And many of them wrote in the comments, this was hard. I haven't thought about it. I should think about this more. And so one of the biggest opportunities for you to live in rhythm of the ups and downs and the emotional flow of your lives is to decide, what are the ups that you want? What are the things that you're living for? Let's set some intentions about how you want your life to feel and our hopes and dreams for the future. So in the Business is Human framework, we measure the business, control, measure, and optimize in money and time, typically. On the human side of things, personal, emotional, and social, we measure that in how we feel and how we want to feel. And so I want you to take some time this month and ask yourself, how do I want my life to feel? Just jot down a few descriptive words so that you can then ask yourself in your daily stillness practice, am I winning? Am I living that life? Am I doing the things that are going to make my life feel that way? And it could be that you want it to be more calm and peaceful. Maybe you want your life to be more challenging and bold. There's no wrong answer because we're all unique to our fingerprints. It's what's the right answer for you. And so 2 things from this video is I want you to write down some words about how you want your life to feel in this chapter of the story that you're writing. And then I'm also going to give you a workbook to start to dream a little bit, to ask yourself what you want in the future. And what's really important about being able to answer the questions in this dream workbook that I'm going to give you is that you do the daily stillness practice. Because when your nervous system is constantly overloaded and that snow globe is shook up too often, and we're always getting stress every day because we're never getting caught up. If we don't set things down, sit ourselves down, our brain has to shut off certain things to survive the stress. And so it shuts down creativity and dreaming and all of the things that we want to pull us forward. And so once we've done the daily stillness practice ongoing for a while, which is why I haven't introduced dreams until now, then we start to open up some of the capability to dream and think about the future. So, how do you want your life to feel just in the general day-to-day life? And what are some of your dreams and aspirations for the future? Love you, mean it.